greeted by supporters and plane spotters rather than protesters. When President Trump touched down at Prestwick Airport this evening, no one was quite sure what this visit was for. Here for 4 days to visit 2 of his golf courses. He may have landed on Air Force One, but this isn't an official trip. A private visit, says the White House. Part golfing holiday, part promotion for his own business interests, with a bit of diplomacy thrown in. But Donald Trump was barely down the aeroplane steps before wading into politics. Some of it diplomatic, some of it not so much. Starting with Keir Starmer, who he will meet on Monday.
I like your Prime Minister. He's slightly more liberal than I am, as you've probably heard. But he's a good man. He got a trade deal done. And, they've been working on this deal for 12 years. He got it done. It's a good deal. It's a good deal for the UK.
But he was less complimentary about the EU. He will also host the Commission President this weekend.
Stop. This immigration is killing Europe. And the other thing, stop the windmills, killing the beauty of your countries. Thank you very much, everybody.
Trump is headed first to his golf course just down the coast at Turnberry, which has become something of a fortress for this weekend. Security in part being provided and paid for by his Scottish hosts. Hundreds of extra officers drafted in, to the bemusement of many people here.
There's enough trouble going on in the world at the moment without Donald Trump coming to Scotland to play golf.
I think it's great that he visits Scotland because his mother is from Scotland and he invested a lot to Scotland.
The bill will land at the doorstep of Scottish people.
Is it worth it?
I don't see why it is.
No, not for a private visit.
Over the years, Trump's had a tricky relationship with Scotland, not least when he turned these Aberdeenshire sand dunes into a golf course, meeting fervent opposition. He'll open a second course there next week, named after his Scottish mother. When he last played golf here as president, protesters got within shouting distance and inside the restricted airspace. Thousands demonstrated, as they are due to again this weekend.
I don't know anybody in Scotland who's a fan of Trump. I don't know anybody in Ukraine who's a fan of Trump. I'm certainly absolutely sure that no one in is a fan of Trump. So we shouldn't be here either, and we should be absolutely clear that he's not welcome.
With American and Scottish flags flying, the president waved from his armoured limo as his motorcade passed through Ayrshire this evening, ahead of a weekend of golf and who knows what else while he's here.
Well, Ben is at Prestwick Airport, where Donald Trump landed tonight. The president's very much making the usually quiet coast of Scotland his home. What can we expect over the next few days?
Well, it certainly seems already like the crazy unpredictability of the Trump White House has just picked up and relocated to a remote spot on the west coast of Scotland for the next few days. He was supposed to be having a quiet weekend playing golf. Now it turns out he's meeting the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen on Sunday, and he's already laying into Europe on the issue of immigration and a personal obsession of his wind turbines, of all things. If he thought he could escape the political pressure he's facing at home over his links to the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, well, those questions followed him right to the airfield here at Prestwick Airport this evening, dismissed by the president as not a big thing. Into all of this step Keir Starmer, who will meet the president on Monday before he's then taken on Air Force One up to Donald Trump's golf course in Aberdeenshire. We don't think they're going to play golf together, but frankly, who knows? And also John Swinney, the Scottish First Minister, who's faced criticism here for agreeing to meet President Trump, although he says he wants to discuss with him the issues that matter to Scotland, not least tariffs on Scotch whisky. And then, of course, there are the protesters who I am sure will do all they can to get themselves in President Trump's eye line over the next few days. And, of course, the police officers trying to stop them, many of whom have had to cancel leave in order to work this weekend. It promises to be a lively few days.